Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you how I'm going to be covering my bulletin boards. Very simple, and I believe it's the most economical and something that you can take along with you when you go to a different school or you move classes. So here's what I've done. I've gone to Walmart and I have purchased flat sheets. Now they come in various colors that you can pick from, and the nice thing is they're only $10, so it's definitely economical. So this is what my bulletin board looks like. Big bulletin board. It's about 2 meters lengthwise by a little bit, and then a meter and a little bit on sides. So a flat sheet, the $9.99 from Walmart, will cover 1 bulletin board. So I have 2 big bulletin boards at the back of my room, and then at the front I have 1, and then I have another one over there. So what I do is I use tacks, and basically, and don't forget, you're gonna probably do a border. And I haven't decided what I'm gonna do with the bottom because it is a little bit longer. I think what I'm just gonna do is tuck it under and see how it goes. But that's what it looks like. And as you can see, you can't see anything. That's how dark it is. And then the black just nicely covers it up. All right, so this is the first step. So basically what I did was I took my sheet and I pinned it towards the edges. And I thought at the beginning I would have to cut the sheet, but don't cut the sheet. So that's my recommendation. Do not cut the sheet. Basically what I did is I figured out the length that was extra from the top and the bottom, and I centered it, and then I just folded it down, and it's not a lot. So twin, if you have a bulletin board this size, and 2 meters by 40 centimeters. So here are the bulletin boards finished now. I have used the thumbtacks to secure the sheets to the bulletin board, and the reason why I did that was so around if I didn't feel like the sheet was properly laid onto the bulletin board. So it's a really easy way to lift it and then adjust the sheet and then pin it. Don't staple it until you do this part. That's what I learned. I did it the other way and I had to take off the staples. But yeah, so basically you are using your thumbtacks and you are stretching flat sheet against the bulletin board, so it's snug. It's not a stretchy material at all, but you can pull it so that it's very snug, similar to when you're making your bed. I want to make it a little bit snug so that way it looks crisp. That's I think the key. It looks crisp, and also the wrinkles will go away eventually. You can't see them once you do it, and then you take your stapler. Once you staple it all the way around and you've secured it, then you go back to the edge of the bulletin board where you tacked it, and then that's when you can remove the thumbtacks from the bulletin board, because at that point it is secure. And yeah, so that's how it looks like. It totally fits. It looks amazing. It is not going anywhere, so you don't need to worry about coming in, because that's another big thing, is like you have to worry about it falling from the bulletin board or coming apart or having to restaple it or repin it. It's on there and it's secure. However, it's still so easy if you wanted to remove it. You basically just pull it off slowly, and the staples do come off, and no damage to the sheet, which I love. So now I'm going to get ready to do the border, and I decided to go with the burlap border to keep it in the neutral tones, and just the burlap from Walmart as well. And I'm going to do the whole perimeter of the bulletin board to give it some ruffles and still keep it very neutral. So I'm all done my bulletin board, and I had purchased the burlap from Walmart. I bought the bigger roll and cut it into 3 sections, and one big roll, the ability to do the whole bulletin board. And this is the one right at the back of my classroom. So a couple of things. Here's what I've noticed about the burlap. You cut it. Let me get really close. It fringes, like it goes like that. It does give it like a little bit of a antique-y look. It will unravel, as you can see. If I pull that hard enough, it'll come off. But it definitely makes it look clean, nice border, and you don't have to worry about it ripping or having to replace it. It's very durable. And yeah, it didn't take me much time. I did have to thread the burlap, so if you can tell, with a needle. So basically what you do is you sew down the middle of the burlap and then you scrunch it, and that's what gives you the ruffle effect. That's the finished look, and that's what it looks like. And it didn't take long to put up. What took long was cutting the burlap and also threading it because I did it by hand. I'm sure you probably could have done it with the sewing machine, but I decided to just do it like it was suggested. Bulletin board, and I'm very happy on how it looks. It's very neutral. I can go ahead and it's ready for the students to add their work on it when they get it done. So now I'm going to share with you how I completed covering up my two smaller bulletin boards at the front of my classroom. They're basically the size of the back of one bulletin board, half of it. So I purchased another twin flat sheet, as you can tell from the picture. I laid it on the floor, I folded it in half, and then I carefully cut it on the edge. So I basically was able to use one twin flat sheet, $9.99, $10, and I cut it in half, and I was able to cover both smaller bulletin boards at the front of my classroom. And they fitted perfectly. It was like it was meant to be. It was very simple. And the material of the flat sheet does not, edges don't pull, so you don't have to worry of the sheet, the threads coming out like the burlap. The way you cut it, it stays. And yeah, so I covered the whole two bulletin boards with one sheet. So in total, it cost me $30. So I purchased 3 packs of twin flat sheets. So here is a glimpse of what my bulletin boards at the front of my classroom look like. I basically took the twin flat sheet and cut it in half, and then I did the same process that I did the back of the bulletin boards at the back of my room. I used the thumbtacks to secure it first to make sure it was on and it was centered. This one I did not have any leftover material. It was pretty much almost perfect. It had a little bit, but not a whole lot to fold underneath. And then what I did was I decided to use the leftover burlap to do the perimeter of the bulletin board, and I did not do ruffles. I felt that it would have been too much ruffles. So I just decided to take the burlap and fold it in half and then staple it around my bulletin board. And then I added the cute little lights that I purchased from the dollar store. I'm sure you can find them at a Target or HomeSense, but they're very cute. They run on 2 AA batteries, and they pretty much fit around the perimeter. And I basically stapled the lights on, and you can turn them on and off. And I thought, what a cute idea for my students when they start to create some art pieces. It actually comes with little pegs, silver pegs that you can, it attaches to the lights. So it really will personalize the bulletin board with student work and just add a little dazzle to the bulletin board. Turn on the lights, and it's just a very cute way to highlight student work and have students see their work from a distance because they're lit up. Thanks for watching. Now use these tips to make your bulletin boards look amazing. Until next time, keep on learning, and please help me grow my channel by hitting the like button and making sure to subscribe so I can bring you even more content. If you have any ideas for future videos you would like to see me make, please write them in the comments below.